Hi friends, I'm Megha Saxena and I am your science teacher. Today I will be covering a very important topic which is cells. So if somebody asks you what is a cell, you can say that cells are the structural unit of an organism. Now let me first start my whiteboard so that we can learn more clearly. So do you know who coined the term cell? Well, it was Robert Hooke in 1665 who coined the term cell. How? Well, he was observing the cork of the bark of the tree under a microscopic device. Back then, these microscopic devices were not as advanced as they are now. So when he saw the cork of the bark under the microscopic device, he saw that there were compartments like structures, rather boxes. And these boxes, he's compared it to the honeycomb. And he could see that these compartments were divided from each other through a wall-like structure. So Robert Hooke named these boxes as cells. So cells, on the basis of their shape, size, and number, can be used to differentiate organisms into different types. For examples, on the basis of number, the cell can be differentiated into unicellular and multicellular. So unicellular organisms are those organisms which are made up of only one cell. Well, don't get confused that if an organism is unicellular, then how it is able to perform its basic functions? Well, it can. It can respire, it can reproduce, it can excrete, and it can eat, all through just one cell. And the multicellular organisms are made up of more than one cells. In human beings, you can take the example of egg cell, which is a unicellular structure, but when it gets fertilized, it converts into multicellular structure. Now, on the basis of size, the smallest cell is measured at 0.1 to 0.5 micrometers. That is why you cannot see it from your naked eye. And the largest cell is measured at 170 millimeters into 130 millimeters, and that is of ostrich. The cells can be circular, the cells can be elongated like nerve cells. So there are different type of organisms and we can classify the organisms on the basis of their cell shape. Now let's move towards the basic components of a cell. So the basic components of a cell can be termed as cell membrane, cytoplasm, and nucleus. To show it more properly, I would use a diagram so that you can have a better understanding. This is a cell structure, and this is a nucleus. Okay, so the outermost layer that you can see here is known as the cell membrane. The cell membrane is porous in nature. That means it has holes in between here and there so as to allow the movement of materials from inside the cell to outside and vice versa. What are those materials? I will tell you later in next classes. Inside the cell membrane, we can find jelly-like material, and this jelly-like material is known as cytoplasm. So first is, like I explained earlier, cell membrane, then cytoplasm, and this round structure, the spherical-like structure in between, is the nucleus. So the cytoplasm is jelly-like structure and contains several cell organelles, which are like mitochondria, Golgi body, etc. And the nucleus is in the middle of the cell and contains some structures like this, which is chromosome, and some like this, which is the nucleolus. Genes are present on chromosomes, and these genes are the hereditary units which get transferred from parents to children. Apart from being responsible for this hereditary transfer, the nucleus is the control center of the cell. One more thing which I would like to add here is that in plants, this cell membrane has another structure outside it, which is a thick structure outside the cell membrane and covers the cell membrane like this. Because plants live in extreme conditions, so to protect it from the extreme conditions, there is a cell wall outside the cell membrane. Okay, so this is one of the difference between plants and animal cells, that in animal cells we have only cell membrane, and in plant cells we have a cell wall also. So basically all the things that takes place in our body are due to cell. Cell is the main important thing behind all the function that our body performs. Now there are other differences also between animal cells and plant cells. This will be taken up in the next classes to come. I hope this information was suitable for you. Thank you for your time, and we will meet soon.